Aloha, and thanks for tuning in. So, really quickly, I'm just going to do a flight from Corona over to Torrance area, Zamperini KTOA from Corona Municipal. The tablet over here to my right is just running the Sayintentions software in the browser that allows you to see everything they're talking to you about. I can see that I've got my flaps set, which is kind of cool. Looking out over the wing, I can still see my wing right there. If I scoot my head down, I can see where it's not rendered. But when I'm sitting normally, everything looks kind of like it would in the aircraft, which is really, really cool. So I am all set. The aircraft is pre-flighted, and I'm at an uncontrolled airport or an airport that doesn't have its own tower per se. So I may mess up a lot. Feel free to throw hate mail down in the comments. And so let's get our 132.175.
Lighting 10. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 35. Dew point 20. Altimeter 2990. Corona Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 2056 Zulu. Wind 255 at 13. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 35. Dew point 20. Altimeter 2990. Corona Municipal Airport. Automated weather observation. 2056 Zulu. Wind 255 at 13. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear.
Okay. So we're going to taxi over to runway 25. I'm not hearing anybody on the here, so 1227, 1227. Corona traffic. Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet is taxiing to runway 25. And I don't know why the taxi ribbon's on. I had it off previously. Corona traffic. Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet taking off runway 25. Crispy's alive. And we are airborne. And departure 135.4. Departure Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet at 1000, climbing to 1500 to KTAO.
Skyhawk November 701 Lima Juliet, SoCal approach. Good evening, Corona altimeter 29.901. Heads up, your app version is too old for a reliable experience. Please update to the latest version by downloading from the pilot portal.
Okay. Data, so there's 1256. Ground is 1209. Tower 124 or 13307. So let's get ourselves on autopilot here. Let's dial us into 1500. So let's, there we go. Pick our altitude to about 18. And I want to have now let's fly heading. I believe that's my airport up here on the left. I have multiple within sight. I believe that's my guy. Actually, that could be KLGB, and I should have to flash over him to get to my airport, maybe. I'm still 24 miles away. Look at that down here. I can actually see other traffic, which is really kind of cool. So I've got one guy within 6 miles, kind of right off my nose. Can't really see him, but I know he's there because that's telling me. Woo-hoo. Yep, there he is. Kind of see him right there. You can see him right here as well. Right there. That actually might be KSLI coming up on the left. There's another runway coming up on the right as well. And we are 19 miles from our airport. Got a plane flying right here on my left, which is kind of cool. $17 miles out. And here, their ATIS. Enter. Monitor 2. There we go.
At 19,000 feet. Scattered at 20,000 feet. Temperature 25. Dew point 18. Altimeter 29902. Arriving and departing runways 29er right, 29er left. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information tangle. Zamperini Field, Information Tango, 21470, wind 265 at 13, visibility 10, sky conditions, view at 9000 feet, view at 190,000 feet, scattered at 20,000 feet, temperature 25, dew point 18, altimeter 29902, arriving and departing runways 29 right, 29 left, visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all.
Okay, we are 13 miles out, and that was our ATIS for Zamperini Field. There's a little bit of left here. We are flying directly over there's an airfield below me, and it's not telling me what it is. I'm going to guess it's KLGB. Yep, so we're right over that guy. We're 10 miles out, so I'll check in with them on 124. So 1500. Zoom in. Okay, so let's go to here. Lose 124. 124.0. Zamperini Tower, Skyhawk 701, Lima Juliet, 8 miles, 1,500 feet.
Skyhawk, November 701 Lima Juliet, Torrance Tower, enter left base for runway 29 right heads up. Your app version is too old for a reliable experience. Please update to the latest version by download it from the pilot portal.
Torrance Tower, Skyhawk 701, Lima Juliet, enter left base for runway 29 right. So let's
Skyhawk 701 Lima. Juliet, you're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Safe flight.
Okay. All right. I made that turn a little too soon. Torrance Tower, Skyhawk 701, Lima Juliet is on final for runway 29 right.
Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet, clear to land runway 29 right. Heads up, your app version is too old for a reliable experience. Please update to the latest version by downloading it from the pilot portal.
And whenever there's a hiccup in my download speeds, I'll get a pause, as you just saw. All right, so we're looking okay. And I'm high. I'm not that bad. And we've landed. All right, and then let's Zoom in.
Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet, exit at Charlie if able. Contact ground on 120.9er. Heads up, your app version is too old for a reliable experience. Please update to the latest version by downloading from the pilot portal.
Exit 8 Charlie, Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet.
Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet, contact ground on 120.9er.
Contact ground on 120.9er, 701 Lima Juliet. Torrance ground, Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet. Request taxi to parking.
Skyhawk November 701 Lima Juliet, Torrance ground, taxi to general aviation parking via Charlie Alpha and Hotel. Good day to you.
Taxi to general aviation parking from Charlie Alpha to Hotel 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. Have a good night. So as I taxi to ground parking, I'll chat a little bit here. It's kind of nice having the visuals up and not having to have a pop-up window. So having the tablet over here is kind of nice for the Sayintentions screens. Not that you really need the screens, but it's kind of nice to have them. Because, excuse me, for me, I've had things pop up in the window or in their script that they actually didn't say out loud, which is a little weird. Now the sides have made a huge difference for me, these side panels. It actually adds a whole layer of immersion. So I definitely, if you have a physical cockpit, adding a facade or whatever you want to call it, a shell, really does increase the immersion factor. I've got a, if you can see here, what I'm pointing to, and up here a little maybe, there's areas of the wing that aren't quite rendered. I've got to get those covered up as well. I'm going to 3D print a cover that pops on. I think that will kind of complete the immersion factor. I'm going to slow down a little. Another problem I've had, you may have noticed, is even when I pull back my throttle all the way, my taxiing can still be a little fast. So I've actually started using my parking brake to slow me down, which not really a real world thing, but I'm not sure what's going on with mine. And really quickly, what you can't see, what I can see, is there's a Lowe's hardware store. It actually says Lowe's. There's so much detail that I can actually see the name of the hardware store off to my left. That's just impressive. It really is. We're coming up on our parking area. The fact that I can actually tell that that's a Lowe's hardware store is I can see the Lowe's sign. The next right-hand turn after this will be hotel, which is where they told me to go. But everything worked really well together. The Sayintentions window over here, the iPad Mini. And this is my old iPad Mini. Just running my GoFlight software. I can't say enough good things about the TDS software for the 750. You can even see here, I can actually see where my taxiways are. Right here, it's actually showing me. So if instead of having to have my graphic up over here, I can just rely on this over here. It really has made taxiing a lot easier, and it's made getting their instructions clearer in my head, because now I can visualize everything they're telling me without having to dig through an app. It's just right here, it's in front of me. This coming up, despite the fact that it's not calling it, this is actually hotel. And this is aviation parking. This whole area, I think, is just general aviation parking. So we're gonna go over to that, probably by that ground vehicle, I'm thinking. Not that anybody's really grading me on anything, but actually we'll go over here to one of these buildings. There's also hangars over there, which is nice. Not really sure where I should be parking. If in the real world, there'd be something better here to tell me. But I'm going to swing it right over to there. And we're going to park it right here. All right, so not a long flight. Definitely a good flight though. See which one's a bright. Yeah, that one's a better one. Definitely a fun flight. Can't say enough good things about the Sayintentions software, plus the facade. I also really like having my knee pad. This is a cheesy little knee pad. It's the mil spec. Doesn't do anything fancy. I gotta fix the light on it. But having all the little bits and pieces together makes it a lot more fun for me. Having the sides on, really seeing your visuals kind of as you would in a real plane, cutting off the areas that aren't rendered by Microsoft Flight Simulator so it looks right with my height of eye. Just can't say enough good things. Just want to say thanks for watching, sticking with me. It's definitely been a learning journey. I'm almost there. The last little bits, I don't know if I'm going to go analog. I've been thinking about going analog. A lot of the gauges are built, but I was able to go in and tweak Air Manager so that everything's filled out better. So I was actually able to expand the gauges a little bit under the customization tab. So they look a lot better than they used to. I just have to get my annunciator panel working right. And that's the last little bit. Other than that, it's been phenomenal. Questions, comments, concerns, as always, throw them below. I'll answer anything I can, but I will tell you the 750, 650 have been just awesome. The 3D built pieces part, I can't say enough good things about. And my 500 has just been, it has outperformed what I thought I would be able to build myself. It's just 3D printed, 3 rotary encoders and some buttons, but it works so well with everything here that it just seems like it naturally belongs there. So I'm really glad I got rid of all my prop wash stuff, because this is just blowing it away. And the prop wash stuff, it's about $130 per panel. and I had the autopilot, radio panel, and the audio panel. So that puts you at about $390 in prop wash parts. The screen here was about 80-ish, and then rotary encoders. There's 5, so that's, I don't know, like $8. So we're at about not even $90. Each rotary encoder is about 12, so 24. So we'll call it about 120-ish in those parts right there. The buttons, I got a whole pack of buttons for about $8. So we're not even at $130. And then you throw in the plastic, and even if you count this as one whole spool of plastic, I'm still at about 140-ish, about $140 total for what I built, which greatly outperforms, just bang for your buck, anything I could have purchased. There's no way that anything else, without coming in at least $400, would have come close to this. The functionality for the visual hands-on part, this would have been $1,500 if I had gone via real sim gear, if I had gone via third-party other stuff. So definitely happy with what I've done here, and it works so well in the setup. So as always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and happy flying out there.